A few months before, my wife had begun to express concern about my physical condition, as well as Adam's noticeable weight gain, which she felt was distancing him from the youthful appearance she had vowed to maintain in health and sickness. She often compared my present condition to my past physique, and each comparison elicited a painful response. After enduring numerous disparaging remarks from her, I decided to join a gym. At least this decision would reduce the duration of her complaints by 2 hours each day, which would give me peace of mind. I didn't see the point in going just for the sake of going, so I paid extra for a membership with a personal trainer. I was greeted by a tall, red-headed woman who introduced herself as Rachel and asked if I did strength training. She had a confident demeanor, and it was clear she knew what she was doing. Rachel briefly explained what exercises I needed and how often I needed to do them to get the most out of them. She also analyzed my diet and made some recommendations to help me make progress. From then on, I didn't go home after work. I went to the gym. I started to really enjoy it. Although I used to only do basic exercises, Rachel added to my motivation. Looking at her fitness, I couldn't help but admire her determination. She seemed like a role model that I wanted to achieve. It was difficult at first. The exercises were difficult, and I felt sore all over my body, but Rachel was always there to encourage me. She constantly pushed me, and her positive attitude was the deciding factor. I began to look forward to our classes. I didn't know if my wife was excited about my progress, but I had a real sense of excitement. I felt I was getting stronger. Climbing the stairs to the 10th floor now seemed like a fun walk, and I was no longer panting. I also noticed that my clothes began to fit me better, and I felt more confident in my skin. And it was all thanks to Rachel. After 6 months of training, I realized that she had become more than just my trainer. She had become important to me. I bought a box of dried fruit and a bouquet of carnations to give her after my workout as a thank you. I wanted to show her how much I appreciated her help and support. Rachel was in a great mood that time. She joked and laughed a lot and even gave me a hug at the end. I asked her to come into the men's locker room when everyone had left. Rachel looked surprised, but didn't refuse. I changed my clothes, grabbed my present, and waited. About 10 minutes later, I heard the lock click. Rachel slowly walked into the locker room, flipped her loose red hair behind her back, and smiled at me. She threw off her sports jacket in one motion and tossed it aside. My mouth went dry. I stared at her, forgetting about the gift. She continued to undress, standing right in front of me, then suddenly stopped and laughed, asking why I was just sitting there. I realized how ambiguous my invitation sounded. But it was too late. Rachel sank to her knees, and I finally lost my composure. We had done what she had come to do. It was very powerful, and for a moment I forgot about everything else, my problems at home, my wife's nagging, the stress at work. It was just the two of us in that moment. Since then, I've come to training with even more enthusiasm. Rachel and I exchange glances that no one else notices, and now there is an unspoken bond between us. The workouts have become more personal, and I make myself tense up even more, knowing that she is watching me. I feel alive in a way I haven't felt in a long time. The gym has become not just a place for me to get in shape, but a place where I can be me without judgment. And Rachel has become more than just a trainer. She has become someone who helps me feel seen, that I am wanted,